Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I am so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Now, today's practice, we are doing a morning mobility flow to help you feel good and like you can move well for the rest of your day. Now, if that sounds good to you, go ahead and roll out your mat and we'll flow right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Sending that right foot back. Now we'll begin in our mountain pose. We'll bring the heels underneath of the knees, underneath of the hips. Pick up the toes, spread them out nice and wide, and set them down. We'll lift the shoulders up to the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades as we draw them down the spine. Rotate the hands so the palms are facing forward, and we'll gently pull the chin back. As we take a few deep breaths here, pressing into our toes, grounding down into the earth. Now with our next in-breath, we'll reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll cactus the arms, bringing elbows alongside the shoulders, pulling shoulder blades in and down the spine, splaying the fingertips out nice and wide. And keeping the hips where they are, we're going to twist the upper body over to one side, back through center, over to the other, continuing to squeeze those shoulder blades in so we have nice long collarbones as we move side to side. And back through center again. With our exhale, we'll sweep the arms down towards the floor, bending through the knees. Inhale to lift the hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll sweep the arms out to our sides as we hinge from the waist for our forward fold. Adding some bend to the knees so we can take it gentle. We can wiggle out, lifting one heel or the other, pedaling out the legs. We can grab for opposite elbows, continue to find a sway side to side, or whatever other variation feels good to you and your body today. Moving back through center again. With an inhale, we'll lift to a halfway lift, engaging the core, reaching forward with the top of the head. Exhale to fold. We'll drop the hands down towards the floor, adding as much bend to the knees as we need to get them there. And then, if we're not quite to the floor naturally, we'll heel toe the feet out once, or maybe twice, so we can add a little more bend and get the hands closer to the ground. Now walking the hands out about 6 inches, about a hand's distance further in front of where they naturally land. And with an in-breath, we'll reach our right arm up towards the ceiling as we press down through our right leg, bending the left knee. So we're getting a little twisting motion as we lengthen through the whole of the right side. And with our next exhale, we'll slowly move towards center again, taking a full breath in and out to reset. With our next in-breath, we'll do the same with our left side. Reach the left arm up, press down through the left leg, bend through the right. Again, with an exhale, hinge back and circle around. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. We'll send the arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale to bring them down to our sides, and we'll wiggle out as we make our way to the top of our mat. With an in-breath, reach up tall. Exhale, hinging from the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now we'll plant the hands down and pick up the right leg, extending it out nice and long back behind, reach with the toes. And we'll add more of a bend to our left knee as we slowly let the right toes drift down to the floor. Moving to our high lunge, we'll take a full breath in and an even larger breath back out, planting the right hand down beside the left foot. With an in-breath, we'll reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale to circle that left hand around, plant it down on the inside of our left foot. We'll pick it up, press it up and back behind, three-legged dog, to our down dog. Wiggling out. And then we'll shift forward through our plank, splaying the fingertips out nice and wide so we can press into the earth. And then we'll shift a little further forward. Exhale, chaturanga, to our up dog or cobra, to our down dog again. Now we'll take the knees a little bit further apart, maybe walking the feet out from each other, as we send the tailbone up and back behind. With our exhale, we'll drop the knees straight down to the floor, untuck the toes, send the hips back, and maybe take the eyes up towards the hands. With our inhale, pressing the hands into the earth, we'll shift forward, walk the right knee underneath the body, and we'll extend the left leg out to our side. Now the toes can point up to the top of our mat or out to the side, whatever is most comfortable to you and your body today. But we'll find a little forward and back shift here, coming past the fingertips, and then sending the tailbone back. And then we'll come back to a more neutral place. Now sliding our right hand in towards the body so it is underneath of the chest. With a nice big inhale, we'll reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. And with our exhale, we'll thread that left arm through our right side, bringing shoulder and side of face down. Pressing into the right hand, we'll unthread the left, reach it up, and bring it down. A full breath to reset. And with our next in-breath, we'll take the right arm up. Exhale, thread the right arm through, bring shoulder and side of face down. Again, pressing into the left, we'll unthread the right, reach it up, and bring it down. Now, pressing the hands into the earth, we're going to pick that left foot up off the mat. Hold it here as high as we can for a second or two. Before we lift it up, around, back, and over to our right side. Drop the toes down outside of our right side of the mat. Now we'll turn to look over the right shoulder back at those toes. Bringing the eyes back around to the top of the mat. We'll pick up the left toes, and again we'll circle them all the way around, back towards the top of our mat. Tuck the right toes under and find our runner's lunge. Pressing into the feet. With our in-breath, we'll lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll bring our right hand down beside the left foot. Reach the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left hand down to replace the right. Inhale the right hand up. Now our right heel, that's floating right now, we'll drop it down. With our inhale, we'll float the upper body to our warrior two. Extending our left leg towards straight. With an inhale, we'll reach up and over towards the back of our mat. Exhale to cartwheel. We'll reach forward with the left hand as we move to our triangle pose. Inhale to float up again, adding the bend into our left knee, warrior two. Now keeping the legs where they are, we'll do the same with our upper body. Inhale up and over to the back of the mat. Exhale, cartwheel towards the front, left elbow, left knee, right arm up and over. Now exhale, we'll bring the right hand out in front as far as we can as we pivot the right toes onto the right toes and move back to our runner's lunge. Shifting forward and back until we have the momentum to pop us up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms. We'll reach us back up towards the ceiling. Exhale to cactus. Maybe adding a baby back bend by sliding the eyes up the wall. And sliding the eyes back down to a neutral place before reaching the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, reverse swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Putting as much of a bend to the knees as we need to drop the hands down. And we'll pick up our left leg. Extending the left leg nice and long, reach back with the toes. We'll add a little more bend to the right leg as we slowly let the left toes drift down to the floor in our runner's lunge. Full breath in. Even bigger breath back out. Now planting the left hand down beside the right foot. We'll reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale to circle the right hand to the inside of our right foot as we pick it up. Send it up and back behind three-legged dog. To our down dog. And we'll wiggle out. Shifting forward to our plank. Spreading those fingertips out nice and wide, pressing into the ground. And we'll shift a little further forward. Chaturanga to our up dog or our cobra. And to our down dog again. Now spreading the knees a little further or walking the feet out. So we can really send that tailbone up and back behind. then we'll drop the knees straight down to the floor, reaching the eyes up towards the top of the mat as we send the tailbone back. Pressing the hands into the earth to help us shift forward. We'll slide our left leg in as we extend our right leg out to our side. Again, toes can point up to the top of the mat, or they can point away from the body. We'll find a little bit of forward and back shift here. And back to our more neutral position. We'll slide the hands in so they're underneath of the chest. We'll lift the right arm up to the ceiling. And with our exhale, thread that right arm through our left side to bring the shoulder inside of face down. Pressing into the left hand, we'll unthread the right, send it up, and bring it down. A full breath in and out to reset. And again, with an in breath, we'll take the left arm up. Exhale, thread that left arm through our right side. Bring shoulder inside of face down. We'll press through the right, unthread the left, reach it up, and we'll bring it down. Now pressing into the left knee and the hands so we can lift that right leg up as high as we can, out to our side, and hold. Before we bring it all the way around behind us, over to our left side, drop the toes down, and we'll turn to look back at our toes over our left shoulder. Bringing the eyes around towards the top of our mat, we'll lift up our right leg, again circle it all the way around, and bring it to the top of our mat. Pressing into the front foot, we'll tuck the back toes under, and we'll lift up for our crescent lunge. With our exhale, we'll bring our left hand down, circle the right arm up for a gentle twist. Exhale, we'll bring the right hand down to replace the left. Reach the left arm up. Now our back toes, our back heel, will drop down towards the floor. Inhale to circle the body up, warrior two. Lengthen out through the right leg as we lift the right hand up and over the body towards the back of our mat. And then we'll reach that right hand all the way towards the top of our mat as we hinge from the waist and move to our triangle pose. With our inhale, lifting up again, adding the bend back into our right knee for our warrior two. And then keeping the lower body as is. Inhale, we'll reach the right hand up and over towards the back of the mat. And then we'll cartwheel the arms again, right elbow to right knee, left arm up and over to the top of the mat. From here, we'll circle The left hand around as we pivot onto the tippy toes of our left foot. Bring the right hand down, and we'll do a little forward and back movement to give us the momentum to pick up the left foot. Set it down at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive the arms will lift us up to the ceiling. Exhale to cactus, maybe a baby back bend. Bring the eyes forward, arms up. Exhale, sweep them out to the sides as we hinge forward again. Nodding the head yes, and shaking the head no. We'll allow the upper body to be nice and soft. Adding a little more bend to the knees. Dropping the very top of the head towards the floor. And we'll very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to ragdoll or drag our upper body up to standing again. We can find a few shoulder rolls or shrugs at the top as we move back to our mountain pose again. Pressing the toes into the earth. Pulling the shoulders back and down the spine, away from the ears. Lifting the top of the head up nice and tall. We'll close the eyes. And take a few deep breaths here. Fully filling the abdomen with air with our inhales. And then fully releasing the breath back out. Pull the abdomen in and up as we exhale. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love, go in light, go in peace, and go in joy.